lesson 1.2. We're on the fourth part, getting ready for our first assessment of the school year. But before we do that, we've got to take this function. What form is this in right here? That's right. It is in it is in vertex form. And we're going to take that vertex form and we're going to transform it into standard form. Similarly, let's take it over to the other side of the board and let's use some Algebra 1 skills to transform it into standard form. Now the first thing that I need to do is kind of do PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, then adding and subtracting. And what I have to understand is that the entire quantity, x minus 1, is being squared. So for a side note, x minus 1 all squared. A lot of kids like to say, yeah, that's x squared, and then a minus 1 squared is a plus 1, and they like to say that. That is incorrect. Coach Davis, I think, or somebody, Ms. Strickland, or somebody has a poster that says, every time somebody does that, a cat dies. Of course, that's being funny. It's a joke, but we don't want to do that. That is incorrect. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to expand x minus 1. We're going to leave our 4, and we're going to expand x minus 1 plus 9. Okay? Now, from there, we've got to ask ourselves, what's going to be the easiest thing for me to do? Well, let's go ahead and do the FOIL on x minus 1 and x minus 1. We remember from the last lesson, x times x is x squared. The outside, x times a minus 1 is a minus 1x. A minus 1 times an x is another minus 1x. And then a minus 1 times a minus 1 is a plus 1. So what's up on that last step, x squared minus 1x plus 1, is the FOIL on my expanded binomial x minus 1 all squared. Now let's be careful and let's not get too many things going on at once. Let's make sure that we bring down the 4 and we bring down the plus 9. Now, can I add the 9 to the 1? No. I need to work what's inside the parentheses first. So I do have like terms. Negative 1x and negative 1x makes negative 2x. That does not mess with the x squared or the plus 1, nor does it mess with the 4 or the plus 9. Well, Coach, can we go ahead and add the plus 1 and the plus 9? No. Now we've got to do the multiplication. So we've got to use the distributive property. 4 times x squared is 4x squared. 4 times minus 2x is minus 8x. And 4 times that is plus 4. Notice, the 9 is outside the parentheses. Therefore, the 4 is not going to be multiplied times the 9. But we bring the 9 down. I now have 4 terms. 2 of those terms are like terms. The 2 constants, plus 4 and plus 9, can now be combined together and make 13. Plus 4 plus 9 is 13. So we have 4x squared minus 8x plus 13. Okay? So that is our standard form. We took a function that is in vertex form. We took it over here and we did some transformation using our algebra skill sets. We realized that x minus 1 squared is x minus 1 times x minus 1. We used the FOIL. We combined the middle 2 terms. We said to ourselves we can't add because we first have to multiply the 4 through. The 4 is multiplied through each of the 3 terms, not the 9. And then we finally realized that 4 plus 9 is 13. So we wrote the vertex form in standard form. And that is the fourth and final part of lesson 1.2.